Welcome back,
Hi, friend.
fairy friends.
Hey, friends.
We just decided on our name today.
I did.
So,
And the funny thing is that I pulled a couple cards, and the card that came out is the never-ending story. I hate the blur. I need to figure out how to take that off. But you see, it's the little fairy. Yeah, I got to figure out how to take that blur off. Oh, no, that
and she
was.
disappeared. We'll figure this out eventually, guys.
Uh,
Um,
Still
nope,
blurred.
your blur is still there. I don't know how to change all that stuff on here either.
Virtual. How about we hit none? There we go. Dun dun dun. Excuse the slightly messy office.
That's whatever. I decided to sit with my tapestry today, guys, instead of trying to deal with the weird lighting.
The weird lighting. I'll be glad. I hope that by the time you are here for Cosmic Camp, I'll have my space set up upstairs. I hope. But my goal really is to have it done by the first of the month. So I have by the first of, nope, the first of September to have it completely done. So
Well, it'll be partially done at least.
yeah.
I'm sure.
So
I actually
I'm kind
just
of
talked to Mallory and we're gonna come up on Wednesday. We're down.
yay. I'm
So I don't
excited.
know what time we'll get there. It's probably gonna be so late that we're gonna be just like crashing in bed by the time we get there, but hopefully I can convince everybody to like get up real early and get on the road, you know?
Hopefully it works. I mean, I am staying, I'll be at the campground, not the campground, but I'll be at the farm um already because I think I'm staying there Wednesday night. Michael's bringing the camper up Wednesday night so that I can try to get the canopy up and all that. Hopefully early afternoon. Hopefully he'll get off at like 3:30 and can
Well,
have it
I'm
up.
probably gonna have to stay with you in the camper then with
No, that's
two of
fine.
the women. Okay.
No, that's fine. I was planning on that. I got the Michael won't stay there because he'll have to work the next morning and he's not going to want to check with the traffic getting
Okay.
from back to the office. And then he's got Vivian on Thursday. So I'll be all by myself on Thursday.
Ooh. We'll have a blast.
I know
Either
I'm
way.
so excited.
Um, so I don't know if we even mentioned this in our previous episode, so I guess we could probably talk about what we're talking about right
What we're
now.
doing, which ones, which things we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let
So
me know.
hopefully this episode gets up rather quickly. I mean, I don't edit anything now, so
So
I
we're
can
just
post this today.
Yeah,
But
we decided that we were just not going to jack with that. There was too many pieces, and we're like, no, we're just trying to be authentic, so we're just going to be authentic. Actually, I'll say that, but Kenzie took the lead and made the executive decision on that. I'm not going to lie.
I was like, I don't like waiting on other people that, like
I
don't have like the desire to do this because
Yeah,
we can't expect him or anyone else, with my
right,
old podcast, like we can't expect them to be invested in this experience.
right.
It's our experience, right? So like we'll figure it out along the
Hmm.
way, but right now I'm just gonna bite the bullet and say we're not deleting anything out of it and just fucking post it because
Yep.
whatever, it is what it is. And if you want to see authenticity, here it is.
Here it is.
But so
Oh,
August 17th through 20th
mhm.
is Hot Alien Summer Camp. And maybe what I can do is get the audio for the ad for that and add it to our podcast. They might not really give a shit because what is there going to be like five people that listen to this? But um last year
Hey,
we went
those
to this
five
event.
might want to.
Last year we went to this event. It was the very first year that this event was held. I helped sort of, not very well, but I helped host it. I did a lot more at the event itself. But this is
I didn't
actually
do
where we met. Huh?
Yep. I just say I didn't do shit. I
It's-
was an introvert and was sitting back in and observing all of the energy and all of the different energies and all of the different things. But yes, that is how we
I
met.
think at the event we talked a total of like 2 minutes. Or am
Yeah,
I just
it was just a couple of real short things, and it was really when we were both interacting with Tiff, usually is when the interactions took place. Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and then our relationship just blossomed after the fact. Um, and so essentially what this event is like a festival slash retreat.
Hmm.
And it's very holistic, lots of herbal medicines being sold, Reiki practitioners everywhere, tarot readers, oracle readers, um, mediumship classes, sound healing, all the woo things.
Yeah.
Um,
Things for all the weirdos, all the tie-dyed people. Come on.
yeah.
Hmm.
And, we all came in contact due to one podcaster, and her name is Jessa Reed. She is not our mommy. And
No, she just has a way of saying things that makes you think and go, oh, okay, I can see that. And it's
yeah,
just, yeah, it's just sharing her experience and just the way that she maybe phrases things that makes you think and kind of, yeah.
yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
I found Jessa like, so I had my awakening in March of 2021, and then I think by like August of March of 20 or August of 2021, I started to like listen to her episodes, maybe July. And then by like October, I was in the Discord paying for the Patreon, like very invested in getting to know this community. And I found Tiff in December through ways that I probably shouldn't say on here. Um, I don't know if I've even ever told you this, but I'll tell you later if I haven't.
Yeah, I don't think I know that full story.
We were being rather sneaky and trying to figure something out in my life, and she did a really good job at helping me do
Okay.
that. So, my life started to like semi fall apart after that,
Hmm.
after what I discovered. And not in a bad way. It was like things were crumbling in a good way, like
Yeah.
it just didn't feel that way at the time. And so I just kind of immersed myself in helping Tiff run this event, you
Hmm.
know? And
It's kind of
so,
a side, keep your mind preoccupied.
yeah,
But you don't have
yeah,
to, yeah, preoccupational. Distraction.
yeah,
Distraction, that's it. You're was a
it was a
distraction.
great distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because it was a beautiful experience. And I truly believe that that event last year really helped me to, like, it knocked down a lot of barriers for me, like barriers that I had built myself,
Hmm.
um, and allowed me to like realize I am a magical being. Like I am, it's not like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
this
You're
unique,
a freaking fairy.
I'm not this like unique witchy woo person that doesn't have any abilities. Like I I'm just like everyone else, and we're all
Hmm.
very magical. And
Hmm.
we might have unique abilities or like have tapped into unique abilities, but that doesn't mean that it's unique completely. Like so many people have these different things. And so like I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but essentially I
It's
had like a
almost like
massive awakening right after that. So,
it's almost I kind of and people you guys will learn I use analogies a lot. But it's almost like people that play sports. There are some people that just have natural abilities to play basketball, and some people that have natural abilities to play football, and some that are swimmers, and some that are runners. And I think it's kind of along the same thing in a spiritual. You just have different areas where different people are good at different things, but we all just kind of mesh together and take trips. Just because I suck at baseball doesn't mean I don't want to be friends with a baseball player. He might give me some cool tips. I'll
right.
become a decent baseball player, you know?
Hmm.
So
And
it's
that's
just,
the cool thing about this community is that like we're learning things from each other all the time,
hmm
you know? and
Yeah,
the healing aspect of like the connectedness and being able to work together and trade services. Like you don't have to have a shit ton of money to heal, because that's what I thought was the big barrier in the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah. And that's one of the things too that I'm really trying to figure out how to balance with doing, with my doing my Reikis, because I really want to make it be affordable to people who can afford it, because I know what it's like not to. But everyone I talk to is like, no, you need to do it for, the 120. That's the minimum. That's the average low minimum. Like that's your self-worth. I'm like, yeah, but my self-worth isn't more than somebody else's that can't afford it, that needs healing. And then a friend of mine, I was talking to her and she's like, well, why don't you do something like after every 5 sessions, you donate 1 session? So whether it's 5 individual people or one person buys 2 sessions or, whatever, but every fifth session, I donate the sixth to somebody
Yeah.
who needs it, or just at a very discounted or something like that, or have like
You
a
can
donation.
also do like where there's like a lot of people that have like websites where you can write in there like your financial situation.
Yeah,
And then the Reiki practitioner can say, with like your situation, this is what I could do it for,
right.
and it can be like a very like intuitive decision,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, good idea.
My
Yeah.
friend, she does Reiki and she's rather new in it, like you.
Mhm.
And she only charges 60, but I don't think that she knows her worth, you
Yeah.
know. But she's been a massage therapist and that's what she charges for her massages. So she like, I don't know, just keeps it at that price right now. But I told her, I was like, eventually you're gonna need to increase your prices with that, because
I even
you're
feel like
you're
$60 is cheap for a massage.
yeah. But that's what it is here. I mean, it's typically $60, so $1 per minute here.
Yeah.
Any like massage studio that you go to, that's what it's gonna
Yeah.
be. Unless it's like super uppity, then it's a different price. But
Yeah. So I think the average here is it's based like 2 minutes at $2 a minute, because it's about 120 for a one
okay.
hour, and it's about 65 for a 30-minute usually. 60,
And see,
65.
where you live, that's a different thing, right?
Yeah.
Like the cost of living is different.
Yeah.
And so,
Way different. Dude, when we were on vacation, the first spot that we went to, and we went to like this little powwow, and there was like a little flea market and stuff like that. And stuff was so cheap. I got a, a quartz tower, like one of the big towers. Normally here it would have been, that tower probably would have been about $60 at least, but probably depending on the shop, somewhere between 60 and $100.
right.
And I got it for, I think it was 12 or 15. It was under 20. I know that.
Wow.
My mind was blown away. These really cool little, show when you're here, these really cool candles with this really cool base. They're handmade and they've got stuff carved into them and stuff. And they were like $6 a piece. And I was like, really? I was expecting them to be like $20 a piece. So
Right.
yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy the price difference
Hmm.
in different places that you go. Like we have this place here in where I live, and everything in there is just way overpriced. Like
Yeah,
way overpriced. But the location of it is a very uppity,
yeah.
rich hipster town, you know?
Hmm.
Um, so, oh, there's Yoshi. He's joining us again.
I was like, you guys talking about me? I'm here. We can begin now.
The magic starting, sir. So I don't
Tecumseh.
know. Did we finish explaining our
Probably
August
not.
trip? Okay,
But
so
hey, and prepare people, squirrels happen a lot. We
yeah,
veer left and then branch out all the time, but we always end up circling back around.
sometime at some point, sometimes we won't circle back because we'll
This is true.
completely forgot what we talked about. So Yoshi, um, so the event is called Hot Alien Summer Camp, and you can find it on Instagram. Um, and the website. And I think the website is hotaliensummercamp.com. And the Instagram page is Hot Alien Summer Camp. I know that the tickets are changing soon, or maybe you can't. I don't know what it is, but like if you want to go to the website ASAP and try to get your tickets. I don't remember the prices exactly. They were 125, but I know that they're going up. And accommodations, they do have so they have tiny homes. They have a barn suite, which is one that I'm staying in. You're staying in your camper, so you have the option to stay in a camper. You can stay in a tent on a campsite. And you can
And you can
also
go to, there's a Discord page you can go to too if you're interested. Do they have to be invited or can they go check it out?
you have
Because
to be invited.
okay, yeah. Well,
But once you buy your ticket, you get the invite
oh,
to the
that's right.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can
And
shack up. There's people that need rooms, to shack up and find room buddies. And, or if you're in driving distance, you can just bring a tent. If you've got a camper, where my partner's taking our camper trailer out there. So I'm gonna have that all set up, all the digs set up and going
we should
with the
probably
camp.
say where it is, huh?
It's in
It's a
Lebanon, Texas. Nope, Lebanon, Tennessee.
dude. Last episode, you thought you lived in Texas too. What is going on? Are you in a
Dude,
different
because
timeline
I
right now?
look, no, today is actually oddly enough, today is the 1 year anniversary. Nope, the 3 year anniversary. God, I am stuck in a timeline. Today's the 3 year anniversary of me moving here
Okay.
from Texas, moving to Tennessee from Texas. So sometimes I still get confused because it's just like muscle memory. It's like just, just
Yeah.
like when I call my kids the wrong names all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not that. I'm not who you are. You came out of my vagina and I named you just because I called you the wrong name. I still know who you are.
So Lebanon, Tennessee. It's right
Mm,
outside of Nashville. So if you need to fly there, you just fly to Nashville. We'll figure out how to
DNA.
get you back um, to Lebanon, and it's at Starstruck Farms in Lebanon. And so yeah, they have that. They have A-frames. The tiny homes are really cool because they're kind of like a mile away from the actual event. So like if you're one of those people that really needs to decompress from the energy, like obviously you're going to want to have a car, but you can go stay in those tiny homes and you'll have that decompression. Um, I realized that this became half our episode is me talking about the event now, and
Yeah,
I'm getting really self-conscious.
no, but you know what? It's good to know that that's kind of like it's a basis of kind of where this is coming from and where it began. So I don't feel like there's any reason why we shouldn't plug it,
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
Yeah.
And it's something we
So,
both support and something that we both want to be more involved in, just don't have the energy and space to do so,
correct.
um, or
With me
time.
going through a divorce this year, I was like, I don't have the energy to plan this right now.
Me trying to figure out how to parent. I haven't figured out. I don't have energy for anything. There's been a lot that's gone on in the last year, though. There's been a lot that's gone on in the last 3 years. It's
Yeah,
been crazy. It's been really crazy.
I feel you. Yoshi, you gotta calm. You're right here. Um, so tell me, okay, do you want to talk about your cards that you're pulling, or did you want to go into the universal conspiration of beauty?
I mean, I'm not really. I'm just kind of puttering with them. I'm just having a casual conversation with them. Not anything serious. It's just be spirit, sweet results await. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. And then we had the stag spirit, which is take the lead, and the arrow, which is surround yourself with protective energy. So,
Hmm.
which I feel like we're kind of doing. So I feel like it's just kind of a reminder that, yeah, we just need to take the lead, stay surrounded in our energy. Sweet results await. We just need to be fearless and bold.
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess affirmations. Yeah.
Seem
And
like
again,
affirmations.
we will be pulling cards often too. But I do like the Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Now that I don't
Oh, that's so cute.
and they're
Those
cute.
those cards remind me of my animal spirit deck. What is the name of the person that makes that deck?
Um, Paulette Baron Reed.
Oh, no. Mine is Rockpool. Yeah, oh, I don't know.
I have another.
So
Yeah,
Orion's.
Ryan's. I like that.
So look at this
Mhm.
peacock.
Ooh, I love that. Six of Wands. Oh, that's a tarot deck. It's an
Yeah,
animal.
mine's a tarot deck, but it's an
Yeah,
animal tarot deck.
mine's an oracle. You know, I have a question for you. Opinion, whatever. Since I really do more oracle decks, should I change to oracle from tarot reader to oracle reader? I mean, I kind of read the tarots a little bit, but I really mess with the oracles more.
I would I would
So
go with your gut on that one. I mean, you kind of do both. You could
I go,
say
yeah.
tarot and oracle reader or oracle and tarot reader.
Well, I've been because I'm getting ready to order new cards, and I did a slash. I did tarot slash oracle reader.
Yeah, I think that's good.
That work?
That's what I
Okay.
do because I read both too.
Yeah.
And I actually lean more towards the oracle lately. But like every once in a while I get a new tarot deck and I just can't get away from it. And that's what this one right now, the animal tarot. I
Uh-huh.
actually came over here with Palo Santos to cleanse all my decks and I just realized I only cleansed my animal spirit. So I was like, okay, I guess that's the other one I'm using today.
I've got so many. I've got the new one too, but I haven't just been able to get into the vibe, the metaphysical cannabis deck. And
Yeah.
it's a really cool deck. It's got some really the imagery on it is and it opens from the bottom like snap
Ooh,
out
I like that.
and then it slides out. Isn't that cool?
Ooh, I really like that.
Yeah. So there's some really cool ones. And I was reading the book on it on what the because a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times I read the book to find out what the cards are all about. It's learning the cards and the basis, but not I don't do that all the time. Like with my animal spirit decks and stuff, I don't, but with different stuff, what'd you get? Look at you eyeballs.
I just asked
Ooh,
for a
sorry.
card for our experience at Hot Alien Summer Camp, the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it too.
I like it. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be some cool things um, that come out of ASF this year. I'm really excited to see people and really seeing how much, like, I know how much growth you and I have had, and I know that you stay more in contact with other people. I'm kind of more of an introvert. Like, I literally think I actually like met and like conversed with like, I don't know, maybe six people last year. Tiffany and Brittany and Paige, and then you a little bit, and might have had some interactions, but other than that, like I just kind of kept to our camper and my vibe, and I don't know, it was weird. So this year I'm excited to, yeah, you know,
I think you're gonna really open up this year.
yeah.
I think you needed that to like just kind of dip your toes into a community.
Hmm.
And then I think that you're really gonna open up more this year. I mean, you're gonna be forced to talk to two new people. That's my two friends on the
Right.
first day.
Yeah.
And then with you being there alone on
Yeah.
Thursday as well,
Yeah.
like there's gonna be like most people are showing up
On third, not until
on
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So I mean, it'll be good.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
excited. I'm looking forward to it. And
I
then
am
Michael
too.
will be there Friday and Saturday and then help clean up on stuff on Sunday. So
Yeah. So I wanted to read this for people who are listening who are not super familiar with tarot, just because we already know like what the Wheel of Fortune is.
mhm.
But for this specifically, The upright keywords are cycles, destiny, and serendipity. Um,
Serendipity.
serendipity, is it serendipity?
Serendipity. Hmm. Words are not whatever. It's tomato,
Words are
tomato.
made up anyway,
Yeah,
so it's fine.
yeah.
Okay. When upright, the Wheel of Fortune states that you will experience a wave of change, and I feel this in my fucking soul.
Yes.
If you are currently undergoing hardships, good things are inbound. If you're experiencing your own slice of good fortune, it will soon come to a peaceful end, and things will return to normal. It's not bad. They'll just return to normal. So if you're like experiencing like a big high, which most of us are not right now, it'll just return to normal. Um, try to
Those of
appreciate,
us that are going through a shit show right now, apparently there's going to be amazing things at the end of the shit storm of the rainbow.
yes, try to appreciate where you are now and find the silver lining, and understand that all states are transitory. Have faith in the universe's nature to provide, but be aware that karma has a tendency to make itself known. Deal honorably and faithfully with others. If you don't, you will find yourself paying for it later. Also, be prepared for a change in the wind to strike soon. Something unexpected may be on its way.
Hmm,
The last part
like
makes me a
it.
little nervous, but
It's funny.
I,
Speaking of alien school, you know, I just noticed this
but
picture, which I'm trying to do that. This picture right here.
yeah.
That's Paige's picture that she painted last year.
Aw, I
And
love
then,
that.
and then look right here in my windowsill. And my windowsill is that was
I
on the
did
tray
that.
table. Didn't you? I was gonna
I
say,
did
didn't you
that.
do that? It's on the tray
Yeah.
table, and I didn't even know it. I was like, I need that. So yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I think I think that there's going to be a lot of shifts. I know like everybody, at least everyone I talk to, like the month following and the 2 months following the event,
Hmm.
everyone had like a lot of things happen that felt really low
Hmm.
or like felt very negative. But like once we got out of that like cloud,
Hmm.
everything started to shift for us. And
Yeah.
then I won't lie, literally everyone on the planning committee is going through a shitstorm, but they're just trugging along and,
Riding the
making
wave.
riding the
Got the
waves. But
Raiders
like
on.
it's been a long fucking wave, like
Look.
long, like hurricane style wave.
Yeah.
So
And it was just we just hit.
tsunami.
I feel like the eye of it just hit last week when the full moon hit. I
Hmm.
feel like that was just kind of like the final like and now
Yeah.
it's starting to blow over. I hope. But you
Yeah.
know, I've got my little sweary bags of affirmation and I was just sitting here flipping with them. And what I stopped in, breathe in the good shit, breathe out the bullshit.
I love that so much.
That's so funny.
Um, I think the cool thing though is like if we can look back at the last couple of months, like at least for me personally, I've had a lot of beautiful things happen. Like a lot of beautiful things. Especially, something I wanted to talk about today was my new job.
Yeah.
Um, like I think that like if we are to zoom out and look at the whole picture, like everything's been happening exactly the way that it's supposed to, and it's bringing us towards something more beautiful.
Hmm.
Um, I was working at Aldi prior to this, and it was like as a projector, not for me at all. I was a morning stocker, so I'd wake up at 3:30 in the morning to go stock the shelves at 5 o'clock, until about 8:30 when we opened, and then I had to mingle with customers and talk about how much sugar is in something, and it like was the most mundane
Read the
bullshit
label.
job I've ever done, you know. Um,
But you did it. Hey, I was a cafeteria lunch lady for a while.
ooh,
Oh, my kids were
sexy.
little. Yeah, it's like for the jobs that I could find for what I was going to have to pay for daycare for half day and after school care, it was like, it just didn't make any sense. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
knew somebody that worked there and they were like, hey, we're hiring.
yeah.
So I worked the same hours as the kids. I didn't have to worry about any kind of daycare. I had the same holidays, same vacation. And as a matter of fact, apparently I paid into my teacher retirement fund too, as well. I just got a check back from them for $119.
Oh, hell yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, you do what you have to do until stuff figures out. And then I went from that to being a family law paralegal.
Yeah.
Talk to my son about that sometimes. He's like, yeah, that's the one because I've always jumped around and done different things. He's like, that's the one I think that made my head spin the most. You went from being a cafeteria lunch lady to being a law secretary and then moved up to paralegal.
Yeah, that is a huge jump.
Yeah.
I think
But
I've always jumped around on jobs trying to figure out like what works for me.
mhm.
Um, and Aldi was definitely not the one. Um,
Okay,
but
so what about this current one? How do we feel about this one?
so honestly, it's been mind blowing because when I applied for the job, I actually wasn't really sure that this is what I wanted to do. I felt like
Right.
one, it was going to be too much emotionally, and I can see still how that could be. And I also thought I don't have I don't have the right to do this. So I am a recovery coach at a essentially at a homeless shelter. Um,
Mhm.
so it's not like, yeah, at times it is like where people are coming to me for help and they actually have a desire to stay clean and sober. But a lot of times it's me trying to help people realize how much their life is unmanageable at this point. And these are people that are literally living on the streets with maybe a backpack full of belongings, that have very little self-worth, you know. So it's a lot emotionally, and I really was not sure if this is something I could energetically handle. Um, and when I had gotten the call for an interview for this job, I kind of panicked because
Mhm.
I posted my resume online, on Indeed, and then within an hour, I got a phone call back. Literally within an hour of clicking send. Um, and prior to this, I had tried for different jobs. I just never got a call back, or the interview went really well, and then all of a sudden they went with someone else. You know,
Yeah,
so it was like I was feeling really discouraged. And so to get a phone call back within an hour was just like, what the fuck? You know?
I
Um,
remember.
yeah. And the person who called me back, which mind you, I did not know anybody that worked with this company. At least I thought. Like I don't know where everybody works that I know, you
Right.
know? And the person who called me, I didn't recognize her voice at first, but she goes, "Hey, and one last thing, you know, after she's setting up the interview, she goes, I don't know if you remember me, but my name is blah blah blah." And I was like, "What?" Like, I just didn't expect to know her. I've known her for almost my entire sobriety, you know?
No.
And so it was a really cool experience to like get this call back from somebody. And it turns out she's the one who looks at the Indeed ads. And so like she saw my name and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm calling her back." And that's why I got a call back so fast, you
Good
know?
luck, and
Yeah.
everything just lines up.
Yeah. And it
And you
and
know
it
what?
did.
And it really makes me wonder if everything lined up and with that job previous to this one that you had done, like the three interviews, and like
Mhm.
I was so convinced you were going to get that job after that third
Everybody
interview,
was.
and
I
then
was
it was
convinced
like,
after the second one.
yeah, and then for it to be like, wait, what? And now it's like, oh, because that's not what you were supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to use your magic. That
Yeah,
was just going to be process. That would be what I'm trying to get out of, basically, office
right.
stuff. Administrative. It's not being able to use your magic and being able to use your power and so yeah, it's interesting how it just kind of fell
And
through,
you'll,
but fell together.
yeah. And as I tell this story, it'll make even more sense
Mhm.
because like I was trying to find jobs that fit a projector in a sense, but like I was trying to with that job, it was at Huntington Bank. I don't really give a shit. I had
I
an
mean,
interview at
projector
Huntington Bank.
meaning your human design type, correct?
Yes, I'm sorry, my human design type. If you have never done your human design chart, I highly recommend it. I usually Google Jenna Zoe and it's Jenna and then Zoe, um, human design, and it'll pop up. I think it says like myhumandesign.com or something.
Yeah.
It's uh it's super simple layout, but like it doesn't explain to you all the different details of the chart. You have to kind of do, excuse me, a burp. You have to do your own
Energy release.
you have to do your own research essentially on it. So like I would go type in like projector human design and look up the definition or like characteristics of a human design projector, or like one thing that I was doing at that time was looking up like job types for a projector in human design. And like there's many different job types, but like a lot of them revolved around advising people, coaching them, healing,
Mhm.
therapy, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to go to school for fucking 8 years to become a therapist or whatever.
Right. That's
And
where I'm at right now. Yeah.
yeah, see,
I'm in school trying to figure out
I
how to
just,
get to school.
I don't have the energy to like go to school like that. That's, you know,
I didn't like it then. I don't have the time. I don't even grocery shop because that's time wasted for me that I can be doing this with you or doing I did go to Aldi today only because Aldi stuff rotates so much. I always like to go and see what new stuff they have.
yeah.
And Instacart doesn't necessarily always deliver beer. They're changing their stuff in this area and have to go get Michael his Wiener beer. I
Mm,
call I call it the Wiener beer because that's what the spelling. Do you know which beer I'm talking about?
no.
Looking at Aldi, the German beer in the big. They were in a 4-pack.
Oh, yeah,
Mm-mm.
I might know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I should know. I worked there for 6 months.
but that's why I was saying it. Plus, their wine is really good and really cheap.
Their Winking Owl, I've heard, is pretty good.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
don't
like
remember what this
Winking
one is.
Owl is like a California brand, but I'm pretty sure it's like that one's really only sold at Aldi's.
This one's like
So,
a Pacific Island or Pacific Rim, Pacific something. And
oh yeah,
I like the sweet and fruity stuff,
yeah.
like me, because I'm sweet and fruity. And it's like $5 a bottle. Sold.
Okay, so listen,
Hey, squirrels.
squirrels. Um, so at I got the job after 2 interviews. I was pretty nervous that I wasn't actually gonna get the job. Um, but everything worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. One thing that I don't think I was really prepared for was how dark the energy was going to be that I was going to be
Mhm.
walking into. And so when I first started, and like even just before I started getting this constant headache.
Mhm.
And I've had that constant headache ever since. And so I'm figuring out, and like you pulled a card about protecting your energy, like I'm figuring out how to fully protect my energy, and it's definitely become a learning curve.
Mhm.
But along the way, I realized that I know three different other people that work at the shelter itself. So I work for a different company. I'm just contracted through the shelter.
Right.
And there's three people that work at the shelter itself that I've known for almost my entire sobriety.
That's
And
crazy.
so, yeah, just immediate connections. And then I am able to teach classes. So we've been doing meditation. All of the clients love it. We try different techniques all the time. And so like I'm able to put my magic in a sense
Hmm.
into what I teach these people. And then the other thing is I have two clients now that I work with very closely. One that's in the program, like the recovery program in the shelter.
Hmm.
And then the other one is trying to get into the program, but he has been clean and sober since my first week there. He was my very first client. Both of them are woo as fuck. So I can be
You can balls out with them.
I can balls out with them. I mean, that sounds really far. That seems very weird to
Yeah,
say,
but
but
once you get to know us, you'll understand that it's not
it's not weird, okay?
weird than
Don't
we
make
are.
it weird.
Don't make it weird. It wasn't weird. You're making it weird. I need to get my
So,
hair cut. These curls are out of control. Squirrel. Look at that.
oh my gosh.
God, it's out of control. Sorry.
It's okay. So I mean, a, I think there's probably more to it that I like. I made a TikTok about it actually. Two 10-minute long TikTok videos. I'm sure nobody listened to the whole thing of either of them. But
So not even been on any social media hardly at all. I think I posted
yeah,
one picture on vacation. I'm just like, no.
good for you. I can't get off social media. I'll get off it eventually. But yeah, it just has been a really cool experience. And it was actually like Friday that I realized that the first client I was talking about is
Hmm.
super woo. Like we have had like little bits of conversations. I remember like the first or second time I met with him, I was kind of talking about how, the universe is conspiring for him
Hmm.
because he could see it. He was
Hmm.
talking about how things were working out. I was like, it sounds like the universe is conspiring in your favor, and he was just like, yeah, it is, like he was very receptive to that. Um, and I think I said the universe or God, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But like then on Friday we talked and he starts talking about how he was talking to his spirit guides on his walk. And I'm like, I was like, I'm very spiritual, right? And he kind of looks me up and down. He goes, yeah, I know. Just because you like the way I dress, like
Yeah.
crystals everywhere and like,
Yeah.
just very witchy. And he was just like, duh. It's like, it was just really cool.
Oh,
So,
it's funny. That's cool. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you seem to have found a place to land because I know you were really stressed for a while. So I really
yeah.
think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good for you. Oh my goodness. I've been up since 3 o'clock. I woke up at around 3 and at like 3:30 I couldn't go back to sleep. So I have
The
been
Schumann,
a Schumann.
the Schumann resonance, it was wild last night.
What is
You know
that?
what that is?
No. Educate
Uh,
my friend.
oh, okay, yeah. Do not take this education as education, please, because I am
No.
very uneducated in this. Uh,
Educate in our layman's pick it apart. Now, I will say this, Kenzie is a lot better with information than I am because she will actually like do the research. Like, there's no way in it. Like, I did enough research on human design to know that I'm a manifesting generator and to know what the baseline information of that is. And I'm like, okay, cool. I know that. Move along. Next thing to learn. Kinsey like wants to dive into it. So she's probably better, but know that when we're talking about shit like we actually factually know, it's like, okay, I read this and so it sounds good, so we're rolling with it. I say stuff
well,
to my
just
all the time. I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds really good. So I think that we should just make it a thing.
so the Schumann resonance, um, there's not like a lot of information that you can find online, but like metaphysically, but
Hmm.
like the scientific, I just pulled it up. So Schumann is spelled sorry, erase. Schumannn, and then it's resonance. Um, so SR, whatever, are a set of spectrum peaks in the extremely low frequency ELF portion of the Earth's electromagnetic field spectrum. Very scientific. Um,
Mike would know what we're talking about. He knows this.
so this is a more woo explanation of what the Schumann resonance can do. A lot of people seem to think that it has zero effect on us, but we are electricity. We are energy. That's a very scientific, like they don't use the word energy, but like
Yeah.
we are electromagnetic fields. Our entire bodies are. So we're very connected to the earth. We're
Mhm.
very connected to the sun. We're very connected to when the sun blasts us with these
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean? But the Schumann resonance is all about the earth and its electromagnetic field.
Okay.
So this says the Schumann resonance enhances the body's natural healing processes and reduces stress and inflammation. One study concluded that extremely low frequency electromagnetic fields, EMF or ELF, have promising effects on wound healing by effectively modulating various phases. But when the Schumann resonance, so the Schumann resonance usually is at a very low spectrum, and I think it's like 7, if I'm remembering this number correctly. But every once in a while, it fucking shoots up and does
My
this crazy
testosterone levels.
spikes. Yeah. And when it does that, it gives you headaches, body aches, sometimes like stomach issues, like because especially if you're really connected to the earth.
Yeah,
But it can really fuck with your sleep. So
that would
there
explain it. Michael was up too. We were both up last night. Yeah.
so I don't know if you guys can see these, but these really bright lines,
I
those
see.
are when when the Schumann resonance is like going crazy. And I think,
Interesting.
huh?
Very interesting.
There is an app that's called the Schumann resonances, and you can see that chart yourself, which is not very, but like, see all that white?
Kenzie will
That
post this to our Instagram page later.
this is an app.
I know
So
you screenshot it and post it to the Instagram page that doesn't exist.
we will create it at some point. But the Schumann resonance can affect your sleep, and it will. Like the many people in the group chat for the planning committee said that they
Yeah.
woke up last night and couldn't fall back asleep.
Interesting. Okay. I love the fact I usually always find out after the fact what the situation is. Like when different readers that I watch and stuff have energy readings for the week, like sometimes they're released on Sunday, sometimes they're released on Monday. I usually wait till like Wednesday to watch them because I'm like, okay, that resonated, that fits, that works. Okay, and then moving forward towards the end of the week, this is what I can expect. So it gives me a chance so I'm not setting myself up in my head for what the week is going to be anticipating it. I'm like, okay, that fit, the rest of this didn't. And then
Right.
whatever resonated just goes. So I find I'm always a little bit late to stuff because of that's just how my mentality is. I
No,
don't want to
it
know right
works
away.
for you though, you
Yeah.
know?
But I think it also makes me a little bit more scattered, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? It's
It
just
is what it is.
brain
You'll
damage,
figure it out.
medication, years of medication, and all the things. Yeah. Whatever. Fine. Oh, all right. So, anything else exciting going on? Next time we'll talk about how I got to Tennessee and why I'm so confused and a little bit of my awakening.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we need to do like an awakening story episode. I know I did it on my other podcast, but
Yeah.
that was back when I was still, I mean, I think we recorded in like August or September, maybe September. We
Mhm.
recorded our stories. And so much has changed since then. And
Yeah.
I've had so many realizations since then about my life in general.
Girl, trust me, I know. I've got years on you. Years on you. So also for those of you that don't know, I have a child the same age as Kenzie, but Kenzie I feel like is like me from another dimension in this timeline. Like she's my little soul cookie cutter. It's very interesting. But I mean, I kind of started my awakening in like 2018, and just to look back and see how much I have grown just since then. I think I was talking to one of my best friends yesterday, and so I was kind of been having a little bit of a flailing moment. Okay, couple of weeks, whatever. And but I was kind of talking to her, and she was bringing me down. She's like, "Yeah, but you're better than I have seen you." She's like, "The last 2 years, really 3 years, like," and she started pointing some things, and I was like, "Okay, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Guess you're right."
It's nice to have that outside perspective
Yeah,
because I still think I'm a shit show. And then you met me a lot, like less than a year ago still.
yeah,
And you said you've seen me grow a lot.
yeah.
Tiff's
I've seen
seen me
just
grow a lot.
yeah, and just in the last couple months, I've seen a lot I've seen a lot of growth in you just in the last few months. So yeah, it's
Well, I shed a whole man, you know, and that made it easier for me to grow.
hmm
I needed more room to grow.
he was suffocating your energy space. Now it's
Mhm,
like permeating.
mhm.
Let it grow, let it
Let it grow.
grow.
Rana would sing with us if she was here.
Well, I worked at Hard Rock, and I was sales and marketing there. And they always play songs and stuff. And when they would have Disney on Ice down the street at the arena, they would put they would put like Let It Go and stuff on repeat. There was something happening one day, and someone was fighting, and I started walking around singing, she's a hoe, always rolling around on the floor."
You're making up songs. I love it.
Always. I make up my own words. It's really funny is when I make up ridiculous words and then they stick in someone's head. I do it to Michael all the time. He gets so mad. He's like, I can't unhear that now. Like, you're welcome.
I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, we definitely should have a whole episode, maybe an episode dedicated to just each other. You can tell me, and I can write down questions and ask you questions, come up
Yeah.
and tell
Like an
stories and stuff.
interviewing episode.
Yeah, or we interview each other and learn and find out. Yeah, that
Oh,
would be kind of fun.
I never asked this. Wait, maybe I have and I just forgot the answer, but do we want to do guests on this podcast?
I mean, why not?
Because I really want to get Pete on.
Yeah.
If you guys want to listen to like a really cool medium, um, oh gosh, what is his
Blue
new,
collar spiritualist.
right, but his podcast is something different.
Oh,
It is, of course, I'm not going to be able to find it right now.
can we post it in the links below?
Yeah, we can definitely post in the link below because I don't remember what it's called at this very second. I think
Do
it's
we have,
like
do we have
Spiritual Bro or something.
no, Spiritual Bro is the one that Jess is starting.
Oh,
It's just
Spiritual Graffiti Podcast.
yeah,
And
okay.
it's on
Ah,
Spotify.
I
Uh,
had that for some reason. I think that I thought that that was Ramin's. I don't.
I don't
My
know about Ramin's, but that is Pete and his old podcast partner. I don't know if she's gonna come back, but right now she's focusing on her life.
yeah.
But she was like the constant guest on there. But like
Gotcha.
he has his own Patreon. He has where he does like shamanic drum journeys. He does mediumship courses on his website.
hmm
But he has a TikTok, he has Instagram page, and I think that's like blue collar spiritualist.
Okay.
So,
Did you say
but
he does websites? I really need somebody to help me with my Bluebird Healing website, like to make it
I
to where
don't
they can schedule
I'll help
appointments.
you. Do you have a GoDaddy account? Is that where so have
Mm.
you made your website yet or no?
No, I started piddling with it on Wix or something like that, I think is what it was. And then I
Hmm.
just got overwhelmed with it. My thing is when
We'll
it
do
comes to like,
GoDaddy. I just did it.
okay, I trust you. Yeah, my thing is that when I have so many things to do and I'm trying to get so many things figured out, and then I get so much information coming in, and then it's like I take it in before I can process it, and then my brain gets overwhelmed, and it's like, nope, we're just gonna not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. So yeah, I'll help you because I'm still learning with it too, but GoDaddy is really great
Yay.
and it's not super expensive.
Okay.
Um and like it's really easy to set up. So
Okay.
I'll send you my website and you can see what it looks like and just
Okay.
see what you think. I also have a friend helping me with mine, so we could just like pass the information
What?
along.
Share the information, pay it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lots of cool things happening though, and
And oh,
hopefully,
also at the retreat too, if you could help me maybe take some pictures to put on my website too.
yeah, for
I
sure.
just thought about that. I went, I need some pictures. I don't have anything.
Yeah, we'll get you all dolled up and get you some professional pictures taken. Okay.
Okay. All right. On that note,
I'm gonna add, I'm gonna talk to the team for the committee and I'm gonna ask them if I can borrow the audio and I'll just add it to the end, maybe as like an ad.
okay.
Um, or I'll add it to the beginning. I'm not really sure.
It's free publicity for them. I don't think that they're gonna have a problem with it.
I don't think so either, but
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Well,
So
just
it might not happen.
reach out to and to I think our mutual friend maybe and say, hey, we had a podcast and we're getting ready to prepare for this, we thought that we would use that as our exit to help promote it.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Wait,
If
who's this
so,
mutual friend?
Tiff, can you just reach out to Tiff and ask her who to
She
reach
might
out
be
to?
able to help me. I don't know. I'll ask. Um, but somebody on the committee might
Point
be
you
able
in
to
the right
help too.
direction.
Yeah.
Who?
Somebody else on the committee might be able to help too. He's way more tech savvy than most of us. So
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I would like him to, yeah, that video because that whole video is so great. It was so
Mhm.
good.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited. All
Me?
right.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on this one? That's it.
No, I think that's it for today. And we're gonna try and record at least every 2 weeks, right?
Yes, at least. And
Yeah.
some days, like right now, I really have to go pee. And then also, we are going to some friends for dinner tonight, which I wasn't anticipating. But if I didn't have anything going on, I'd be like, let me go pee, and then we can come back and record some more and
Okay.
record another one. But so that will be time. Sometimes it'll be one, sometimes it'll be two first. Sometimes we might just be on a roll and can be able to cut it up into several hours. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows
we could
what's
do
going to
that.
happen with this crazy little fairy girls?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love you, friend.
Love
Have
you,
fun.
friend. Stay sweet. Have a beautiful day.
Do fairy things.
Very thanks.
All right,
Bye.
bye.